Good morning and welcome to Life on Beagle Road. It is so foggy out here, it's like it's raining. Do you see that?
It is super foggy. You can probably see it better over there than, well, I guess you can see it back there. Yeah. It is like kind of
misty, right? It is Thursday, first day of the Homesteaders of America Conference, and we need coffee. Coffee?
Yeah, I need
coffee
it now. Can we hurry up?
Yes, let's go.
We made it. We are here at the actual convention, not just the hotel.
We're getting coffee. We're caffeinated now. We're good.
Definitely caffeinated.
Caffeinated.
We found the Starbucks, which is kind of odd when you think about where we're at. We're like in the middle of nowhere and there's a Starbucks, but hey, I'm not going to complain.
Nope.
I'm going to drink that coffee, folks. Drink that coffee.
Yeah. Now let's go. I gotta hear Rose talk. I gotta get a good seat. I want a good seat.
Yes. Let's go.
I'm Rose, and we run a homestead in Georgia, and we have a herd of dairy goats and numerous other poultry. I have carpal tunnel and arthritis issues in my hands, so I want big teats. Big teats are easy to milk. I want big orifices. So when I have a goat in my herd that's showing those two characteristics, I'll actually be more likely to breed them and keep their does than the one that's producing a higher milk volume. So just educate yourself, go to conferences and learn about different ways of managing goats. Everybody's gonna have a different outlook. This is just mine.
We just finished watching Rose from Wholesome Roots. She did a fantastic job. She did her whole presentation on dairy goats, raising dairy goats. I was actually happy that she was just as overwhelming as you are when you talk about goats. I think the two of you do a great job of scaring everyone away from owning goats.
Just want people to be prepared.
Yeah.
No, I can't say enough good stuff. Rose did such a great start to finish overview, like everything you need to know about goats in an hour. And what really
Hold on, before you talk about what resonated with you, I should say that I struggle to pay attention to everything.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
But I was pretty engaged. So if we want to judge how well she did, we're going to go by my attention span, which is slim to none, but she kept it. Great job, Rose. All right, now you can talk about what resonated with you.
What really resonated for me was kind of how the industry has changed and what people have been breeding dairy goats for. They've been breeding them for show and pretty, and that isn't always necessarily the best dairy qualities. So
I think it definitely isn't the best dairy quality, right? I mean, if you want to produce a lot of milk, who cares if your goat is pretty?
Right. I mean, there are some physical features that are both attractive and positive for dairy, but not all of them.
I mean, they're not supermodels, they're goats, for Pete's sake.
What I'm saying is it really resonated with me and kind of what I've been thinking about a lot in terms of what I want to accomplish with my herd. And ultimately, what's most important to me is that they are healthy, productive dairy animals. And that might mean that they're never going to be the best show animal, but that's okay. There are other things that I can do to prove that they are the best dairy animal I can produce. I'm starving. Let's go get something to eat.
Definitely need to get something to eat. But before we do, what's up with everybody being a Courtney fan, by the way? This is crazy. Are there any Kenny fans here? Everybody loves you. I mean, I understand why. I mean, I love you. You're so wonderful.
That's right.
But I want someone to love me too, besides you. I work really hard. I edit the videos, folks. She's cool because I make her cool.
No one believes that.
It is really the deal. It really is. Let's go.
You said you're out of the Philly cheesesteak.
Yes, we just got slammed with them, and it looks like we're out. Right now, we're at about 25-minute wait.
Okay. So I assume you're out of the Philly fries.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a fried bologna sandwich.
Okay.
Well, in superb Life on Beagle Road fashion, we had no plan again. But only this time we thought we had a plan, right?
Yeah. We failed to execute on the plan, I think is a more accurate statement.
It was like we failed on half the plan.
You're right.
Yeah. But then we got to talking to everybody.
Talking a lot about goats and, well,
Yeah. Well,
you know how I can talk about goats.
you talked a lot about goats, that's for sure.
Okay.
It gives them a chance to grow a little bit and
Right.
reduces the chance of urinary calculi.
Right.
But you also don't want them with mom all the time.
Okay.
So if you have a spot that you can separate them, I usually move them at like 7, 8 weeks. 8
Okay.
weeks. If they're not showing signs.
Courtney has not found a shortage of people to talk about goats to. Not even a little bit. Still going.
Then, you're
Still going. We did have a plan, and we got caught up with the number of people that we got to meet. It was amazing. I actually have absolutely no voice left because of it.
It was really great to talk to people that we usually hear a couple sentences from, or even people who are like, hey, I never comment, but I love watching you guys. So it was so fun. And then to talk about like what they're doing at their house and kind of get a different view, right? Like they're always seeing what we're doing, but it was exciting to hear about what everybody else is doing.
Right. So after we went to Rose's session and we got some food, we started to, settle in and look around at some of the stuff that was at the convention, like the booths and everything, just taking it all in. And then we got to the how to manage water on the homestead, which was something that we really needed to hear and needed to learn. And they just had an abundance of information. Luckily, they had hey, this is all on the internet. Here are the keywords you need to know. And I wrote all those down.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one thing that I love about this group of people is there's just a sense of if we know it, we want you to know it so you can do it and you can use it, which I think is awesome and really is so much how I feel about goat information too. Yeah. Sharing is caring, right?
Sharing is caring. Are you a Care Bear now?
Yes.
And we've got a drawdown so that this pipe comes in, and then it takes, before the water goes up and overflows this is a small pond, overflows you can't even really call it a dam, but
I thought Courtney and I had a plan, and I thought we were gonna go somewhere, and then she walked by these goats, and now I can't get her to walk away. This has been pretty much all day, either talking about goats, looking at goats, thinking about goats. There is more here than goats, Courtney. Come on. Courtney, you good?
No.
See? I told you. To polish off the day, we went to see Hand Hewn Farm? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a bit of a man crush there, a little bit. Because not only did I get to see them when they spoke, which by the way was fantastic, those guys seriously are able to demonstrate craftsmanship in a skill that not many people would find as a craft, but it is. Butchering really is
For sure.
a craft, and those gentlemen not only make it sound amazing and tie it to culinary and where we get our food and how we eat our food, but also they make it super cool. That's the best way I could do it, while also having two fantastic beards.
Little bit of a man crush.
little bit of man crush.
Nice steakhouses, see pork chops on the menu. And you slice into it and pink and juicy and delicious, right? Even that little thing there, it was the same cut of meat, right? That was again the rejoining of food culture and agriculture. You know, we should not be so afraid of our food, and part of that is being educated and empowered. And I don't even know where we're going with this. I'm sorry, I get really upset when I even think about overcooked pork. Just
yeah, I mean, so that's where we are now. In the fall, we travel around, and if people will have us, we'll come to their farm and show them the stuff. And some people come to our farm, which is great too. And it's fantastic.
Let's not forget your amazing run off and hug someone again. So last year, Courtney got to meet her friend Rachel from That 70s Homestead, and they
Not
just...
That 70s Homestead.
Oh.
It's That 70s Show, and she's from That 1870s Homestead.
Right. That's it. That's correct. She ran off, gave her this amazing hug in the sun, and you know, the birds flew by and rainbows were going, and it was just one of those amazing experiences, I guess. And once again, Courtney found herself finding one of her long lost friends she never knew she had. Meg Haller hops out of her truck and runs over, and the two of you embrace. So amazing.
I mean, I just can't help that the homesteading community has tons of amazing women.
It does. That's true. Well, Jason from Sutherland definitely came over and gave me he almost tackled me. He gave me such a big bear hug. I was like, whoa. He caught me out of nowhere. I didn't see it even coming.
Amazing men.
Yeah. That was all about beards, I think. It's all about beards.
Day one is a wrap.
All done. I lost my voice.
You sound terrible.
I do sound terrible. It's bad. But hey, you sound great. All right, let's go get some food.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. It was a long day, but we still found time to go and hang out with Don Bradner from Little Mountain Life. Last year, I don't think he had his channel. I don't think he had started it yet. And they had just found their property, and we're starting to get going. And for the past year, he's been documenting all of that on his channel, which I think is fantastic. But yeah, we went to dinner. He showed us to a nice Irish pub where they made all of their own food right there and got all of their beers from local craft breweries right around the corner, and it was great.
And I had an amazing corned beef and cabbage dish.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I love corned beef and cabbage.
I do not love corned beef and cabbage, but I love you.
Day 2 of the Homesteaders of America Conference. But before we left the Holiday Inn, there's something I had to show you. Yes, you saw that correctly. Those are orange peels in the air vent.
But those aren't the only orange peels in the vent.
No, they're not.
There are also orange peels in this vent.
Is there a dead body in the air ducts here? Or I don't know, Kenny.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I sound terrible, by the way.
You do sound terrible.
Here.
Can we go to Starbucks now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we really need to go get some coffee.
Coffee.
Do you think coffee will make me sound better?
Probably not.
Yesterday we talked to so many people, I ain't got anything left.
Don't worry, I do.
Oh God, yeah. Thank the Lord for that. All right, folks. Well, today is day 2, and we are out here, and
Kenny can't talk.
Can't talk. No voice left.
I mean,
Trying to do my best.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I hope you're sorry. I mean, it doesn't make any sense because I talked a lot, but you talked way more than me. Of course, I guess when you talk about goats every day, you've trained your voice to be able to talk about goats every day, huh?
Yes, I can talk about goats all day, every day, all day long, into the night.
Yeah. What are we looking forward to today?
Getting our quail.
Yep. Getting quail today. Didn't know we were getting quail, but we're getting quail. So we're going to pick those up today. Looking forward to that.
You didn't not know we were getting quail.
I don't... listen, we're not going to get into it. You did the Courtney thing you do, where you briefly mention it, and then that counts as we discussed it.
We did.
Which is fine. Whatever. You do what you got to do, girlfriend. I love you. I'm just along for the ride.
Do you think I can get Robbie to eat quail eggs?
As long as you wrap it around a piece of bread like I do the regular eggs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just meeting some more folks. Yesterday we met some pretty
pretty amazing people. Yesterday we met some pretty amazing people, and they weren't just people who, you know, do what we do here on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, but like real people, you know, real people that just are into what we're into. I was impressed by the number of people who even knew who we were, because last year like 3 people knew who we were, and this year it's pretty surreal, the number of people who are like, hey, Life on Beagle Road. And I'm like, hey, I know me. That's us. Those are me. I sound like a 14-year-old boy right now. But yeah, no, we had a fantastic time. And I know that there's probably a lot of people here yet who want to come up and say hi and just haven't. And listen, this is going to come out after the conference, obviously, but if we're ever at something like this and you see us, just say hi. There's nothing wrong with coming up and saying hi. We are not those people who are ever going to be like, oh, come on, man, I'm just trying to eat my Snickers bar. Like, I can talk to you and have Snickers. So I would love to say hi to y'all, but we're going to see how it goes today.
Let's go pet the goats again.
All right, fine, let's go. Courtney.
Buddy.
Why does this have our name on it?
You know why this has our name on it, Kenny.
You're in trouble.
Kenny would have you believe that I did not share that information with him. I did.
You shared it with me, and I thought that we also decided that we weren't going to do any more animals. Apparently those conversations were overlapping just enough for her to squeeze those quail in. We went to AJ Farms. They had a fantastic booth.
John and Anita have been breeding these quail so that they're considered jumbo, so that they're good for meat and eggs. And they're incredibly knowledgeable about quail, and I'm really excited that that's where we got our quail from.
We never got them on camera. Like, we got their booth and we got everything else. We got our quail, but we never actually talked to them on camera.
Anita and I were too busy running our mouths talking about stuff.
You guys were, actually. She found you when we were walking around.
Yeah.
And was running her mouth while her husband was saying, hurry up, get over
Come
here.
back.
Help.
I need your help. I'm gonna watch them on the way home. I'm gonna have to pick out good names.
I can't believe you. You met the ladies from Bite Me.
Yes! So a while ago, I was looking online for goat treats. I figured somebody had to be making goat treats, right?
Because you have to have treats for your goats like they're dogs.
Clearly. And I found Bite Me. And I actually ordered ammonium chloride treats from them that are to help prevent urinary calculi, particularly in bucks and wethers. And then I saw these 2 women wearing the t-shirts that said Bite Me, and I was probably staring at them kind of creepy from like across the convention, like trying to figure out like, are they just wearing the shirt or like they from there? And then the next day 2 of them were wearing the shirts. I'm like, okay, you don't wear the shirt 2 days in a row if you aren't like representing the brand. So I chased them down and talked to them. Yay!
Those are the treats. Yeah.
I love your shirt! Thank you!
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I your name.
Claire Young.
And you do Nigerian?
You know, the treats are actually formulated for Nigerians because, you know, I have Nigerians, so that one treat to goat ratio was because I was too lazy to do math.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I, of course, made my way back to the Hand-Hewn Farm booth. Again, man crush.
It's getting a little embarrassing.
It did get well, for you.
For me.
For me?
No, for me. It was getting embarrassing for me.
It's true. But I had a real question this time, not just so I could shoot the breeze with them, but they were selling knives, and they were handmade knives, so that's right up my alley. I had to go check it out. And of course, they were all sold out. So I stayed and talked some more. What's wrong with that?
Nothing, honey. Nothing.
They're cool dudes.
You know where Cleveland is?
I want my one good knife that will change my life. That's what I'm here for. You sold out, didn't you?
all that's left.
So yesterday I was gonna
You were
get
gonna
it.
do it.
And then we got in the car. I didn't think she would let me. We got in the car, and of course she was gonna let me. So.
Well, I should ask before I say it's gone. What would you use? What knife? In the vision of what you need the knife for, what is that thing?
I need like an everything knife. Does that make sense?
It does. It's hard to create that knife. This one for me is pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Because I use this for all of my cutting, but I don't use this for any of my chopping.
Right.
So the more and more we get into things like butchery, the more and more we love time in the kitchen, because it all ends up being about food preparation.
Right.
And a lot of food prep is chopping.
Right.
So I wouldn't use this in the kitchen for chopping. One of these 4 is exactly what I would use for that. But I wouldn't even consider trying to break down an animal with one of those.
Right.
So the everything knife is kind of elusive.
Back to meeting people and talking about goats. We met Emilda and her mom, Rosie. Emilda's maybe 8-ish, you'd say?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. And she calls me the goat girl.
She's super cute.
So cute. And basically, my life is complete. This is pretty much the pinnacle of anything that I could have done. There is a little girl watching YouTube with her mom and calls me the goat girl, and she was super excited to meet me.
She was really shy.
She was. But yeah, so like pretty much my life is...
Yep. Got it.
Yeah, peaked. Sorry, guys. Emilda, that is a great name. Would you like a goat shirt?
You want a goat shirt?
You want a goat shirt? I have a goat shirt in here. Let's see. This one's a small. That one.
Do I have a small?
One of us has a small. That's a large. We'd end up pulling them all out here.
We can sleep in it.
There you go. That one's a small. You'll grow into that one. I'm sure she'll throw you. So no, with mom for you.
Thank you.
Another amazing homesteading woman that I met.
And man, she had a second half.
Paige from Firefly Farms. Paige and her husband are getting ready. Well, they have a property, but they're spending some time with that property and really trying to understand how they want to utilize the land, which I thought was awesome. You know, maybe a little bit opposite of us. We should probably learn from them.
We could probably learn from them, but they seem to be learning from us. So, hey, I'll take it.
They're like, don't do that.
Don't do what they're doing, and we'll be okay.
Yeah. Morphed from sort of wanting to be kind of a hobby farm sort of thing into really more of a lifestyle.
So we finally got our dream property last year, and this whole last year have been putting in infrastructure because it was pasture land. So we've gotten the property line fixed. We've started our orchard. We've planted a bunch of orchard trees. We just finished a tractor shed about 2 months ago.
For our new tractor
that we just got. We'll be starting the barn here probably when we get home in the next couple weeks. And then hopefully next year, early to mid next year, we're going to start actually building our house to move out that way. There's a list. It's a very long list. It's probably a never-ending list, but that's kind of where we're at now.
And so we thought YouTube was a fantastic platform to be able to not just share what we have done right, but also what we do wrong, and to learn and keep other people from hopefully making the same mistakes that we've
and
done
also
ourselves.
Just keep a video log of what we do so we can look back and say, oh, okay, I forgot that's what we did first, or we shouldn't have done that.
Yes. Okay, so then I know why you watch our channel.
Yes.
So many things that we didn't get right the first time.
But we've learned a lot about the goats and stuff from you guys.
Very last thing on the agenda was to go hear Kaylee Richardson speak. She is from Quail Hollow Homestead, and she was talking about piggies.
So a pig, this is where we're going to start. And I think this is the most important thing to know about when you guys decide to start raising pigs on your farm. But a pig is not just a pig.
I do think that for me, my biggest takeaway from the weekend was just how many great homesteaders there are with beards. And nothing beat Big Papa's beard. Oh wait, not Big Papa. What was his name?
Papa Sprout.
Papa Sprout. Papa Sprout's beard. Seriously, man, that was an amazing beard. And that guy was massive. He was like way up here.
His beard was like 8 times bigger than yours.
By the way, you see this? Hold on. We gotta do this.
Gotta get both
Yeah.
in there.
Look at this. Well, you're a big man. Holy hell.
Here, let me squat down a little bit.
There we go. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is good stuff.
Listen.
Like 4 times the size of you.
Well,
And
I
this
used to
is-
be pretty close.
This is only about a year and a half old because a year and a half ago I was using a drill
Oh no.
and I
oh
ripped
no.
half of it out of my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I know what it feels like when I comb it and one comes out. So that had to be.
Listen, it was pretty rough. And of
Epically
course, I've got
painful.
my 19-year-old son with me at the time, and he can't even get off the ground. He's laughing. So, of course.
I think
So-
he might have already answered one of our questions, by the way. That was
but look, I did mutton chops. So can you imagine me with mutton chops?
Like you just had like an amateur tiny beard.
I know. Yeah. He did ask me what happened to my beard. He goes, I thought it was longer. It seemed longer on camera. I had to tell him about how I took all those inches off because of the mites. Anyway, not what that was about.
Not what that was about.
But I did buy some beard oil from him, and I'm going to try it out and let you all know how it is.
We just had a great 2 days at the HOA conference.
The best.
So much fun talking to people, learning about what they're doing, and just laughing. There was a lot of laughing and talking about goats.
There was a lot of laughing and a lot of goats.
A lot of
But
goats.
It was a great time.
If we didn't get to talk to you, hopefully we will next year. And I bet it will be even bigger and better because it has been every year.
Till next one. Thanks, folks.